Hey guys, Godzilla One here, and welcome back to Fan Animation Review. Now, I'm genuinely fucking hyped for this episode. This is a special episode because this is probably I'm probably gonna be proven wrong later down the line, but for right now, this is the best Godzilla animation I've watched on YouTube. Like dead ass the best Godzilla animation I've watched on YouTube. The animation I'm talking about is Hakaishin Godzilla One versus Many. Now, this is just insane. Now, before you even comment down below, oh, Godzilla One, this came out 2 months ago. I know. This came out 2 months ago. I know. I fucking know. I'm horrible at time schedule, whatever. I honestly, this would be a great video to record during the summer, but my dumb ass, whatever. I was busy this summer anyway. Unexpectedly so too. Okay, I'm fucking losing train of thought. Okay, I didn't react to this when it first came out, and I fucking hate myself for doing that because I should have fucking reacted when it came out because it was so it is so fucking good. Like Jesus Christ, man, this is so good. Like I remember I saw people reacting to it. Like later down the line, a couple weeks after it released, and I was like, "Oh, that's a nice animation." And it didn't even fucking cross my mind to be like, "Hey, man, you have a series where you review fan animations. Fucking review this animation." I was like, and it didn't even cross my fucking mind, and I'm fucking mad at myself for that. So, oh man, I'm late. So I know I'm late to the party. I know I'm sorry. This is probably not gonna get that many views, but well, actually, that's probably a lie. Fan animation gets lots of views, but yeah, that's besides the point. I actually was gonna upload a Jedi Survivor episode tonight, but I something in the back of my mind was like, you know what? Let me actually watch that video. I thank that part of myself so fucking much because this was fantastic. I will upload Jedi Survivor tomorrow because I really need to finish this game. Like I really need to finish this game. But yeah, man, I'm probably just gonna do the story too. Side missions, I'll do that fucking on my own. But that's besides the point. I am so glad I didn't upload Jedi Survivor tonight. Well, I'm actually recording this at like 12 at night, so I actually not uploading anything. What's today? Today's Friday. Today's Friday, right? Yeah. Tomorrow. Okay, I didn't upload anything on Thursday, really. So yeah, have a happy Friday, everybody. This is my present to you. Fucking perfection. This is so fucking good. All right, enough of me sucking this off. Let's talk about it. So this is actually, it's interesting. This is actually a trilogy of sorts. This is the third fan animation in the series of 3. Now, this is essentially a Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla series. I want to technically a Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla series, but I'm not going to be talking about like the first 2 fan films that much. I'm actually going to speed past them right now. So essentially what you need to know is, it's just your basic, stuff. Shin Godzilla is in the Monsterverse, and he's causing trouble. He's like, destroying the city, yada yada. Monsterverse Godzilla pops up, and they fight. This is part 1 of the trilogy, by the way. I'm explaining, and they fight. They tussle, whatever. But Monsterverse Godzilla gets the upper hand and blows up the entire part of Shin Godzilla's body. Actually, so yeah, that's actually pretty brutal. And that's the end of part 1. Now, part 2 takes place directly after that, and Shin Godzilla like regrows its body. I think he gets like new arms too, which you're seeing. Oh wait, no, yeah, these are the arms that you're seeing on the screen right now. He grows those arms. I think it did, yeah, because he blew up his entire body, yeah. And Shin Godzilla starts destroying the city again. So Monsterverse Godzilla gets back to Shin Godzilla, and they fight. But instead of Monsterverse Godzilla winning, Shin Godzilla actually wins. Shin Godzilla like pierces Godzilla's heart. And, pierces Godzilla's, I guess, front, heart, and it blows out the back of him, pause, or not pause, whatever. And, Godzilla falls down dead. I air quotes dead, because it's not really fucking dead. Now we can now that you're caught up on the 2 parts, so we can get up onto what I really want to talk about, what I really want to fucking discuss. Hakai Shin Godzilla. Now, for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna refer to this as Shin Godzilla because Hakai Shin Godzilla. It's a dope title, but it's kind of long to say, so whatever. I'm gonna refer to him as Shin Godzilla. So, video starts off directly after. I don't want to say directly after because it starts off after the second one where we have Shin Godzilla just causing havoc around the city after beating Godzilla, destroying all the stuff, wrecking shit, yada yada yada, all that goodness. And dude, I can't like talk. It's so fucking cool, man. It's so fucking cool. And as Shin Godzilla's like, destroying the city, he like roars up in the air. He doesn't do like an alpha call, but he roars up in the air. He like blasts his atomic breath, and then like there Kong sees it, Rodan sees it, and Behemoth see it. So that difference of fucking badass and shit, man. It's so cool. And so Rodan is the first one to fly over to the city. Shin Godzilla is still in the city. So Rodan flies over to Shin Godzilla and they start fighting. They start clashing. And by the way, let me just say, this is probably the best choreography I've done. And it's not I'm sorry, I just want to come in and say, it's not like a bad stick fight. It's okay. It's stick fight. It's stick like figures fighting each other, but it's not bad like at all. This is like Dino Mania level of good, man. The music is on point. The choreography is great. The sound effects are awesome. Like it doesn't feel like jagged or anything. No, like it feels like it has weight to it. I love it. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good, man. But yeah, Rodan attacks Shin Godzilla, and they're clashing for a bit, but Shin Godzilla overpowers him, of course. And as he's about to kill him, Behemoth shows up, and Shin Godzilla pushes. Their fight. Shin Godzilla fights Rodan, and then their fight continues outside of the city on a barren wasteland, kind of like how Godzilla versus Kong how Zima Animation's Godzilla versus Kong win. Technically, kinda, But then, as Shin Godzilla's about to kill him, Behemoth steps in, and what's Behemoth's pronouns? I'm just calling them they. They step in and they start fighting them. So then Rodan then steps back in and he starts, clashing with them. But, Shin Godzilla uses his atomic breath and he overpowers them. So he overpowers both of them, actually. And then, let me just say, Kong is an absolute fucking G in this, dude. Kong is so cool. Kong shows up and he has he has his battle axe and like a shield made out of like a Godzilla spine. It's like, bruh. I don't know where he got the Godzilla spine from, but he has it. He has like an axe and a shield, and it's so, dude. Kong is so fucking cool in this. Like Kong, he's probably the MVP of this entire fight because he's the one that fights Shin Godzilla the most, really. So yeah, I'm eating too sorry. So yeah, Kong and Shin Godzilla start fighting. They're actually pretty equal. Shin Godzilla's like clashing with Kong a bit, all that goodness. Then Rodan and Behemoth step in, they're starting to overpower Godzilla some, Shin Godzilla some. Then fucking Kong gets the upper hand on Shin Godzilla and he cuts off his tail. The cinematography, oh my god, the choreography. Oh, it's a fan. You guys have to experience this for yourself. I'm gonna link the video down below. You have to watch this for yourselves. You have to, bro. It's so fucking good. It's so good. It's so good, man. Oh, it's so good. But, yeah. Kong gets the upper hand. He cuts off Shin Godzilla's tail. And then Behemoth comes from behind and it stabs him from behind. Behemoth stabs him from behind. And, Shin Godzilla lies down dead. I say in air quotes again, lies down dead because he's not really dead. Then, they start celebrating, whatever. They roar in the air. Him or Rodan pops down to, roars in the air. Yeah, he was fighting Shin Godzilla too, by the way. All three of them were fighting Godzilla. Well, actually, no. Behemoth stayed out to get the sneak attack on Shin Godzilla, I should say. So, yeah, they're all roaring in, unison, happy that they won. Then, all of a fucking sudden, Shin Godzilla's eyes open again. He starts, glowing this huge purple. Now, Rodan and Kong get out of the way immediately. But Behemoth gets caught in the blast, dude. Behemoth gets caught in the blast. And Shin Godzilla, blows up like a huge... he blows up, a part of the wasteland. They all fly back. And then Behemoth, rest in peace to homie. Rest in peace, Behemoth. They get stabbed. Okay, so Shin Godzilla, when his tail was injured, he grows back like a knife on the end of the tail, and he stabs Behemoth with it, and it's so fucking brutal, dude. It's so fucking brutal. But then, just when you think it can't get any worse, Shin Godzilla then explodes, super explodes. And then, when he explodes, there's a huge mountain that arises up in there. Oh yeah, he stabs Behemoth through the head, and it's just so fucking brutal, man. It's so brutal. But yeah, Uh, Shin Godzilla just fucking Shin Godzilla is a beast, man. In this, yeah, Shin Godzilla explodes and then a huge mountain erupts, and oh yeah, oh, it's a cool fucking scene, man. So after killing Behemoth, he absorbs like all the smoke in the area, and then he explodes, and a huge mountain erupts. I said that so many times. A huge mountain erupts, and like he's just staying up there for a bit. He's staying up there for a bit, not really knowing what's going on, or we're not really knowing what's going on. There's smoky area there. He actually looks bigger there, and Kong and Rodan are like yelling up like, "What's happening? What's happening up there?" They don't know what's going on. But then something fucking amazing happens. When Shin Godzilla rolls up there, part of his like ripped off tail went up there with him too. So the tail actually grows a life on its own. You know how like the tail had the head and the eyes attached to it in the actual Shin Godzilla? Yeah, it has it on there too. Oh, sorry, I'm stuttering. Shin Godzilla's tail grows a head, it grows a body. Shin Godzilla's tail grows a body, and it's Zilla. Shin Godzilla's tail turns into Zilla. That's when I know this was gonna be so fucking good. That's exactly when I know this was gonna be so fucking good, man. Not Zilla. Rodan flies up there to see what's going on, and then he gets fucking blasted out of the sky by Shin Godzilla's atomic breath. And Kong is left to fight Shinzilla, Shin Godzilla's Zilla's tail, who is Zilla? Well, Shinzilla, I'll call him Shinzilla. Shinzilla, and Kong's fighting Shinzilla, they're going at it with each other, they're throwing haymakers left and right. But Kong gets the upper hand like the G he is, badass, and he snaps Shinzilla's jaw, and Shinzilla falls down. He's not dead, but he just falls down. Then fucking something badass happens, man. The original Shin Godzilla then wakes up, and it's like a whole bit, and like the whole mountain rumbles too, and the mountain's cracking down, everything's like breaking around it. Kong looks up. Rodan's still alive, by the way. He looks up too to see what's happening. And dude, the mountain, I can't even say, it's so fucking badass. The mountain's like erupting and everything, and then like the mountain breaks down, and Shin Godzilla falls down with the mountain, and he gets back up, and it's like a huge explosion, so big that you can like, it pans out to Earth, and you can see it on like a side of the planet, and it's so fucking cool, man. It's so fucking cool. And Shin Godzilla like roars up in the sky, and this is when he does the alpha call. Shin Godzilla actually does the alpha call. And he like roars for like Mithula. What's her name? Mithula? The Spider Titan. Mithula, right? That's her name? Mithula. I'm gonna call her Mithula. Shin Godzilla roars. He does the alpha call and he calls Mithula. But he also calls Mothra. Now, Mothra isn't on his side. I'm gonna just tell you right now, she's not. But he calls her too accidentally. And I almost fucking forgot. Fucking Mechagodzilla. Yes, Monsterverse Mechagodzilla appears. He like boots up, and he's on the good guy's side. Like, we have a good Mechagodzilla. He's on their side. And so he boots up, he's ready to go, and he flies to where Shin Godzilla is. Now, Kong goes where Shin Godzilla fell down at, and Mithula appears, and Shin Godzilla just fucking gets up, and he grabs Mithula by the head, and he crushes her skull in his head, and it's so fucking brutal, man. It's so fucking shit. Shin Godzilla is fucking crazy in this, dude. It's insane. He grabs Mithula's hand, and he just crushes it, and then he like turns his attention to Kong, and he turns his attention to Kong, and Kong like jumps in the air trying to like where Kong jumped in the air with his axe trying to like hit Godzilla with his atomic breath in the Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. Yeah, he tries to do that same thing with Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla now has like the big hands. He uses his hand and just pushes his face into the side of a mountain, dude. It's so anticlimactic and funny. And then they have the roar off that they had in Godzilla versus Kong 2021, except Shin Godzilla roars off with Kong. And then when Kong just like roars back at him, Shin Godzilla picks him up and just slams him back into the mountain. It's so brutal, man. Oh, it's so brutal. Then, after that, Shin Godzilla then climbs the mountain, goes over to where Shinzilla is, because Shinzilla calls out for Shin Godzilla, Shin Godzilla goes over there to where Shinzilla is. He grabs him by the head and he crushes his skull. Like, so yeah, not only is Shin Godzilla fucking brutal, he like just fucking Jesus, man. Oh no, I just remembered. The Spider Titan is not called Mithula, it's Scylla. But Mithula is like the mountain titan that's like covered in like grass and all that. They appear too. I don't know their pronouns. They appear too, but not after. They appear after Shin Godzilla kills Shinzilla. And Mithula pops up out of the ground out of nowhere and starts attacking Shin Godzilla. And you can guess how that fucking went. Fucking awful. Shin Godzilla fucking murders Mithula. And Kong, like the goat he is, pops back up and starts throwing hands with Shin Godzilla too. Rodan backs up too and tries fighting him too with him. Just like they're comboing his ass, beating him left and right. Then Rodan, like a fucking badass, goes up in the air and he goes like supersonic. He goes supersonic speeds with him. Or he goes supersonic speeds flying down to Shin Godzilla and he hits Shin Godzilla in the face. And then like, Rodan gets and then after that, it's like a big smoke. Rodan gets up, see if Shin Godzilla's dead. No, Shin Godzilla's still standing, but a part of his face is off. Like you can see like it's just a bone in his and his eye is gone too. So it's so fucking brutal. You guys have to watch this. Like I'm not doing it justice explaining it. You have to watch this yourselves, man. It's so fucking cool. But yeah. Shin Godzilla, like, with his with his fucking fucked up face, beats up Rodan so badly, dude. Then after that, he straight up runs after Kong. Like Kong, Kong tries to like hit him with the axe. Shin Godzilla bats the ad away. Kong just straight up books it, dude. Like he's running for his life. It's so funny, but also like fucking, it shows how strong Shin Godzilla is, man. Yeah, dude, it's insane. Then, fucking out of nowhere, when Kong so Shin Godzilla gets on top of a mountain and he shoots down at Kong, but Kong jumps off and he falls down the mountain. Then, I love this fucking animation. Mechagodzilla fucking comes flying straight directly to Shin Godzilla. He like grabs him and he grabs him out of the mountain. He like pushes him into the dirt. It's so fucking cool, man. It's so fucking cool. Mechagodzilla appears like the fucking goat, and he starts like making it cuts like his point of view, Mechagodzilla's point of view, and he's like looking at all the characters, seeing they're alive and dead. Then he points to Godzilla and he looks and see if he's alive and dead, and it's like wavering, and his status turns to unknown. So that's your first indication that Godzilla's not really dead. Basically, your first indication. And Shin Godzilla and Mechagodzilla start fighting, and Mechagodzilla puts up a good ass fight, but again, it's Shin Godzilla. You can't really beat him at this point. But Kong pops back up. I can't fucking speak. And he has the axe too, but it's powered by Shin Godzilla's atomic breath now. So he starts like attacking Shin Godzilla with his powered up axe. Then Rodan appears too. then Mothra pops up, but she doesn't like do anything. She just like pops up, flashes her god rays, blinding everyone. And then she like flies over to where Godzilla is, and we don't see what happens there, but you can guess what happens. Then we cut to back to the fight, and this is where this badass shot happens. Rodan, Kong, and Mechagodzilla all team up against Shin Godzilla, and it is so fucking cool, man. It's so fucking badass. So they're fighting again. Cinematography is so fucking good, fantastic. Cinematography is awesome as usual. It's so fucking good, man. So Mechagodzilla, while they're fighting, Mechagodzilla realizes this isn't working, so he plans to use the absolute zero cannon to completely free Shin Godzilla over. So Kong tries to like distract Shin Godzilla, but in a funny scene, Kong tries to like distract Shin Godzilla, but Shin Godzilla bats him away, and then Mechagodzilla like charges up his absolute. It's a funny ass scene. Shin Godzilla just bats him away like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Kong's the goat, but that was funny as hell. The goat in this anyway. Monsterverse, another debate. Then Mechagodzilla charging up, after fully charging up his absolute zero cannon, he fucking laughs at Shin Godzilla, and he laughs at Shin Godzilla, dude, and then he just like blasts the absolute zero cannon toward Shin Godzilla, and Shin Godzilla with his charged up atomic breath blasts his atomic breath at Mechagodzilla's absolute zero cannon. They're clashing a little bit, they're going back and forth, but then the absolute zero cannon overpowers Shin Godzilla's atomic breath and freezes him over completely. But as you can guess, that's not it. That's not over. That's not the end of it, essentially. Shin Godzilla then, I think he heats up his body with his atomic breath. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what happens anyway. I don't. If it doesn't, fuck if I know. But yeah, fuck if I know what happens. But yeah, Shin Godzilla heats up his body and he just explodes out of the ice. In Mechagodzilla, that was the last of Mechagodzilla's energy. Like Mechagodzilla was running out of energy fast that entire fight, and the Absolute Zero Cannon took out all of his energy. So now Mechagodzilla is fucking powered down. He's tired. He's like on his hands and knees, like fucking. Oh, he doesn't have like lungs, but he's not really organic, but if he was, he'd be huffing and puffing, dude. And Shin Godzilla fucking charges up. He does what he did in the movie. Like he blows down smoke on the ground, blows fire, then blows out his atomic breath into the earth itself. Then he like Mecha Godzilla can't do anything while he does this. So like Shin Godzilla tilts the beam up. I can't speak. I'm so fucking hyped. Tilts the beam up, and he like tilts the beam up super fast. And as he does it, he cuts Mechagodzilla in half, and Mechagodzilla just falls to the ground dead. I was like, damn, dude. Mechagodzilla was so fucking cool. He was so fucking cool in this. This is such a good animation, man. But yeah, as Shin Godzilla then turns to Kong, is about to beat his ass. Then, as he does, Mothra appears again, shows her God rays. Then, but she's not alone this time. The king, the god, the legend, the OG, the GOAT himself, the greatest monster of all time, Godzilla appears. The actual Godzilla. Well, Shin Godzilla's Godzilla. The Monsterverse Godzilla, I'm essentially saying. Monsterverse Godzilla appears fully revived. Oh, he's revived. Wow, who didn't see that coming? We fucking knew. But yeah, I'm assuming Mothra healed him. Well, essentially, that is what happens. She does it later. Mothra healed him. Godzilla is back in action, baby, and they go at it. And Godzilla's beating Shin Godzilla's ass for the most part, man. Like he's whooping that ass. He's whooping Shinny Boy's booty. But you know, Shin Godzilla gets the upper hand in a couple scenes too. But before we see that, we cut then the Mothra healing Kong. Then we cut back to Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla, and you know, Shin Godzilla actually gets the upper hand in that match. Shin Godzilla ends up getting the upper hand, and unfortunately, Rip Goat. Well, he's still alive, but still, like, then Mothra comes in to help. You know, she's like cutting him. She's with her claws. She's flashing her God rays. But then Shin Godzilla does like the back spine atomic breath, and she's like trying to dodge all of them. But then she gets hit with one of them. Unfucking fortunately, she gets hit with one of them, and then she goes down, but it's not over. Kong appears, and Godzilla and Kong, while Mothra is down, Godzilla and Kong team up to beat up fucking Shin Godzilla, and their fight is so fucking cool, man. It's short, but it's good as hell. Like, they're beating up Shin Godzilla, Shin Godzilla's beating them up, they're going back and forth. It's so good. Then Shin Godzilla bats Godzilla away, and then he starts pummeling Kong, like he starts wailing on him, dude. Then Godzilla goes to Mothra. But then you can already guess where this is going. You can already guess where this is going. Godzilla goes to Mothra. Mothra is dying. And as we all know, what happens when Mothra dies? She lends her energy to Godzilla, and you already fucking know what's about to happen. But before we get to that, we cut back to Shin Godzilla, and he's like beating up Kong. He blasts atomic breath. Kong goes over. Kong flies across a map. He flies across the battlefield. Fucking, what is this, Fortnite? Jujutsu Kaisen Fortnite, by the way, badass. I want a video of that. Who knows? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, Kong goes down. Shin Godzilla's about to kill him, but Burning Godzilla appears, baby, and yeah, Shin Godzilla's just outmatched. He tries like punching Burning Godzilla, but it just doesn't work. He just sits there, standing like a G. Actually, if you guys watch Dragon Ball Superhero, you remember when Cell Max punched Gohan and Gohan didn't even move? Like that's essentially what happened. Shin Godzilla punched Godzilla, Burning Godzilla, and Godzilla didn't even flinch at all, dude. It was so badass. Then Godzilla does you know what happens next? He does the nuclear pose. Shin Godzilla burns up. Then after Shin Godzilla's like, you know, a fucking he's like just a neck and head. Godzilla charges up his atomic breath. Burning Godzilla charges up his atomic breath and blasts it on the Shin Godzilla. And you know, after that, we see Godzilla go out of his burning form, and then Shin Godzilla turns to dust, ash, and that's it. That's it. There is an aftermath, but I didn't watch that. I'm pretty sure nothing too major happens. I hope not. If not, fuck. I probably should have watched the aftermath, but I didn't. And yeah, that's it, man. That's the end of this. That's the end of this that video, and oh my god, it was so fucking good, man. Everything is just so great. This is the greatest Godzilla animation I've watched, man. I don't even care. Well, I could take that back because I have high hopes for Wobbly Works Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla Part 2. I have very high hopes for that. I did enjoy Part 1, but I didn't think it was the best animation on YouTube. It was good, great, it was fantastic, but not the best. Now, I've seen their recent animations, and they have improved so much in quality, and it is insane to see. It's fantastic to see, really. I hope they pace themselves well, though. I really do hope they pace themselves. I know they're working on Rodan versus Mothra, and that already looks better than Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla Part 1. Rodan versus Mothra looks so fucking good. So that's how I know. Oops. So that's how I know Godzilla vs. Shin Godzilla Part 2 is going to be fucking fantastic. I've seen Wobbly Work improve with animation, and I really fucking hope that it shows in Godzilla vs. Shin Godzilla Part 2. It will. It probably will, but I have super high hopes for that. I'm really hoping that it surpasses this. But as of right now, yeah, man, this is the best. This is the best. All right, guys, that's going to be in today's video. This is just me rambling about this fucking masterpiece of a video. Please, please go support the original person. They deserve all the love and credit. I'm gonna link in the description down below for you guys to check it out for yourselves. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what other animations you guys want me to talk about, because I need to stop sleeping on these animations, man. People are getting good out here. People are getting real good. This was recent too, like not recent, well, recent in the sense of like it wasn't uploaded a year or 2 years ago. But yeah, man, this is fantastic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe. Jedi Survivor tomorrow, hopefully, or sometime this week. And yeah, peace.